We are recording. Okay, so welcome, newbies. I'm so excited for you. You guys just made the best decision of your life. I am not even kidding you. I can't even tell you what this business has done for us. I would be on here all night if I told you all the things that it's done. But I do want to tell you a little bit about my story really quick. Sheena raised her hand. Did you mean to do that, girl? Type it in the chat if you have a question and I'll get to it ASAP. So what this business has done for me, I have been in it for 2.5 years, and I first started when I was an accountant full time. I was working over 60 hours a week. My commute to work was over an hour both ways, uphill in the snow. No, I'm just kidding. But I had a really long commute. And I also was going to school full time. So I had a lot on my plate. I did not have any kids. I was not married yet, all these things, but I had a lot on my plate, a lot of things a lot of excuses that I made that this business couldn't work because I thought to myself, like, I've got so much going on. How could I possibly take on one more thing? Well, fast forward 10 months, I actually retired myself from my accounting job. I was making the same amount of money with It Works as I was as an accountant. And so I retired myself, and then 2 months later, found out I was pregnant. That was like a big whoops, did not know that was going to happen, yet it was the best thing in the world that ever happened to us. And then I retired Brian. So he used to do hardwood floors, and I retired Brian the day our baby girl was born. He has never had to go back to work. So we started dreaming even bigger. We just promoted to Presidential Diamond, which, if you guys don't know, that's one rank from the bottom or one rank from the top of the company. Ambassador Diamond is the very, very top. So I'm telling you guys a little bit about this because when I first started, I actually started exactly where you guys are. And you might be like, why is there a trailer behind you? Like, what are you doing? And if you don't know, we decided to pack up and rent out our house. And we are traveling the country with our 1-year-old daughter. She turns 1 this month, actually. I can't even believe it. Time is flying by. But anyways, I just wanted to share with you guys what this business has done for us. And it has allowed us to continue to dream. Okay. So that's the first thing that I want to talk to you guys about, because when we first started this, we had no idea what we were getting ourselves into and what it could actually turn into. So the first things first is I want to know why you guys started. So if you have like a pen and paper right now, I want you to write down why you started this business. What sparked your mind to decide that this is the business that I want to do? And I want you to write a number down. So this is one of my favorite things to do with my newbies because it really gets you guys dreaming. So maybe you joined because I'm realizing I'm like yelling at an RV park. Like I'm like screaming at you guys. So I want you to write down the number that would help you each month. So if it's $200 a month, maybe to pay off your credit card bill or just to make a car payment or to buy groceries for your family, whatever that number is, I want you to write down the number, okay? And let's say it's $500. So we're going to write down $500. And then right below it, I want you to write down the reason for that. So if it's to pay off, like I said, if it's to pay off your credit card, whatever it is, the reason for it, I want you to write it down. Now you're going to have this to look back on. I'm going to go into like a bunch of different things tonight, you guys, and it's going to be a little bit overwhelming, but I want you to hear all of these things because when you join, it's overwhelming, right? It's like, where do I go? Where do I start? What am I supposed to do? And so I'm going to overwhelm you with info, but it's going to be really, really good information. Okay. So the reason why I want you guys to have your why is because things are going to get hard. I am not going to lie to you. Things are going to get hard. Your Aunt Carol is going to be like, oh my goodness, you joined a pyramid scheme and you're in one of those pyramids and this is not good and this is bad and blah, blah, blah. And they're going to give you all of this negative feedback because there's always that Aunt Carol. You know what I'm saying? Like there's always that one person in your life that's going to like poop on your parade. And here's the thing. This business, and you will hear me say this time and time again in almost every single training that I do, this business is 80% mindset and 20% work. So if you master that from the second that you join this business, that this business is 80% mindset and 20% work, you will literally soar to the top because I am not kidding you when I say the reason why it took me 10 months to retire, which you guys might think like, wow, that's actually pretty quick. No, for me, there are people on my team that have gotten to where I did in 10 months in 30 days. Okay. I didn't sign my first distributor for over 30 days. I didn't sign my first loyal customer for over 3 weeks, you guys. I'm telling you this because where I am today matters, right? Because I was in your guys' shoes at one point. So I want you to know that I struggled too. And I had a lot of negativity right out of the gate. And I chose my why over what those people's opinions were of me. I chose my why over I chose the things that I wanted out of life. My reason for joining was literally to pay off $10,000 in credit card debt. I had gotten myself into trouble. Brian and I had just moved in together, and I was not helping him with the mortgage because I had to pay off my credit card. And somehow each and every month I was still coming up short. I wasn't able to pay that credit card off. So I joined this business to do that. And I did not make executive, which is the first rank in the company. We always talk about Ruby being like the number one thing that you guys want to go for, which it is. But executive is 2 distributors on your team and then helping them get to a qualified leg, which I will explain. That's a different training for a different day. But my point is, I did not get there for 6 months, you guys. I have people do it in 2 weeks. I have people on my team do it in 2 weeks, and I'm like, oh, it took me 6 months to do what you just did. And you're like, I need to be diamond now. And I'm like, girl, it took me 6 months. Like, trust me, it will be okay if you continue to keep going. So it took me 6 months to do that. And then 45 days later, I went diamond, which if you guys aren't familiar with the ranks yet, that's totally okay. But diamond is an average of $2,000 a month. So I went from an average of $200 a month to an average of $2,000 a month within 45 days. Okay. So what happened? I changed my mindset. What happened? I went to an event. We went to conference that year and my mindset changed. I stopped worrying about who was going to join me and who was thinking negatively about what I was doing. And I decided to go for it and stop worrying about what other people thought. Okay. So I really had to figure out, were those people that were being negative about it, were they paying my bills? If I asked them if they would pay my electrical bill, do you think they would have? No, but this business will. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what your Aunt Carol thinks. All you have to do is show her that this is real and show her that this business does work. So the first thing the main tip I want to get into with all of you wonderful newbies on this team is when you get that message, when you get that negative message, because you will, when you get that negative message, I want you to screenshot it and immediately send it to me or your upline. Because here's the thing, you are not trained yet. Your mind is not trained yet to know what to say. And that's okay. That's why we're here. That's why your upline is here. That's why your leaders are here. So we are going to tell you exactly what to say. We're going to have facts behind it. We're going to be nice about it. We're not going to like freak your Aunt Carol out, but you guys know what I'm trying to say. Like, we are here for you. Don't look at that no, or that's a pyramid scheme, or that negativity and decide that this isn't for you. Don't look at that and decide that that's going to derail you. Instead, be like, oh, screenshot, Rochelle, I got my first negativity. Can you help me with this? Like, I need some help. And I'm going to show you guys exactly what to say. So don't ever get discouraged by somebody else's opinion of what we do, number one, because I can give you facts, okay, to ease your mind, but also ease Aunt Carol's mind. Anyways, so moving on. That's the main thing. You guys have to keep your mind right. So one other thing I want to touch on really quickly is self-development. I did not know what self-development was when I first started. And if I'm being completely honest, I like shied away from it because people were like, you need to read books, you need to do this, you need to do that. And I was like, here's the thing, I don't like reading. So I'm probably not going to do that self-development stuff. But here's the thing, I had to figure out, this is why it took me so long to get to where I wanted to be, right? Because I was too stubborn and I wasn't opening my mind. So when I realized that I could download an app called Audible, which if you don't have it, I want all of you to get it. And I'm going to put it in the chat right now. It's called Audible. Download it. Can you guys hear me okay? It's saying that my connection is unstable. Just say yes in the chat, or my videos are frozen too. So I just want to make sure you guys can hear me. I'm choppy. Shoot. All right, let me switch gears here. Hold on. I can turn on my personal hotspot and see if this works a little better. Hold on, guys. Sorry. Oh, I'm good now. That bird though, if you guys could hear, there's like cows behind our trailer and goats, no joke. And like they were like going crazy earlier. Anyways, okay, I'll just let me know if it gets too bad and I will I'll try and switch it over. Choppy, your mouth doesn't match what you hear. Sorry guys. Dang it. I need to figure something out because I thought that this would be totally fine. And my Wi-Fi bars are like through the roof. So I'm so sorry. Just let me know if it starts to be where you cannot hear me at all, let me know and I'll try and figure something out. So what was I talking about? Self-development. I started listening to Audible. Yes, it's recording, Amber. I started listening to Audible on my way to work. So if you guys have a 15-minute commute to work or if you have an hour commute to work, stop listening to music. I'm not even kidding you. Stop listening to music and start putting on a book. The first one that I recommend that you read is called You Are a Badass by Jen Sincero. I'm putting it in the chats. I want you guys to download that book and start listening to it right away. It is so important that you start filling your mind with positivity and that you start already gearing yourself up for knowing what to do when things go south. And I'm not saying that like when you join this business, it's like going to be south all the time. Like it's not going to be good because there's going to be amazing days, but there's also going to be days where you don't sign anybody. And those are the days that you need to learn how to cope through. Those are the days that you need to know what to do and how to get your mind right so that you can continue to be enrolling in this business and continue to flourish and shine the way that you're meant to. So that's the main thing is self-development. Make sure that you're doing some sort of self-development. And I didn't really explain that. Self-development is basically just developing your higher level of self. There is a book that I read once. I think it was called The Millionaire Mindset. And it was actually going in depth and explaining in like the scientific facts on the fact that okay, here's your mindset, like right here. Let's say you make $4,000 a month, okay? Here's your mindset. Until you break through and learn more and more and more, your salary, whatever money that you're making is going to stay right here until you start to go up here. So then it can come up to this 8,000 mark right here or whatever it may be. But you literally can only make a certain amount of money. Whatever your mindset is at, that's how much money you can make. And so for a while, my mindset was stuck making the same amount of money that I was making because I wasn't willing to open my mind. I wasn't willing to learn more things. And when I started learning more things and learning about myself and learning how to lead my team, that is when everything opened up. So the next thing I want to touch on is posting, because posting is the number one thing that when everybody joins, they think that posting is all it is. Chief, no, leave it. Sorry, both my dogs are like, they see another dog, so they're wanting to bark. Also, can I just tell you how simple this business is? Like you guys have seen me or have witnessed me not having great connection. My daughter is sleeping and I'm praying to the Lord that she is not going to wake up while I'm doing this. And Brian is doing laundry over in the facility because we haven't done laundry in like 3 weeks. So if I can do this, you guys can do this. Trust me, my life's a mess all the time. But I promise you, this business is so simple. You guys can do it from anywhere. But anyways, posting. When you first join, a lot of the times you think, oh, it's just a bunch of posting, right? I can post all day long. Wrong. Wrong. And I don't mean to laugh. What I'm saying is this is what I thought as well. Posting is not asking. Posting is your open sign. Okay, so think of it as like a brick and mortar business. If you have a clothing store, you're going to put your open sign on when the store is open. You're going to close it when the store is closed. posting is just allowing people to know that you are open for business. It's just showing them that you, hey, I do this. This is what I do. Now, the reason why I want to talk about this is because right out the get-go, from the first post that I did, it was like a black, green, and bling. And I say that because it was like all sparkly green, and it was like an image that I got from Pinterest that said, join my team for $99. Literally, I put this out there like on my Instagram. I made a post about it. And I was like, looking back, I'm like, oh my gosh, like who wants to see that? No one wants to follow that, right? And in fact, a lot of people unfollowed me right away because they were like, there's no way, like I don't want to be spammed all the time, right? So you guys have to look at your own posts and say to yourself, would I want to see this? Would I want to double tap this? Would I want to like this? Would I want to love this? You have to ask yourself that same thing. So that brings me into attraction marketing. So if you guys go to my page, and I want you to, it's at Bits of the Crips. I'll put it in the chats on Instagram. And I want you to see that nothing on there has anything to do with It Works. Nothing at all. Chief, Remy, no. Has nothing to do with It Works at all. Remy, no. Instead, it has to do with the opportunity. I talk about the opportunity a lot, and I talk about the work from home position. So you might be thinking like, okay, well, I'm not, a presidential diamond traveling the country. I don't have a story yet. Like, what am I supposed to be saying? So this is what I want you guys to say. I want you to be talking, even if you've signed nobody. Okay, let's say you've signed no distributors. You just joined tonight. You have no idea what you're doing. That's okay, you guys. Ignorance on fire. You have me in your corner, and I am here to help you. But even if you've signed nobody, what I want you to do is make a post of like, let's say maybe a selfie, and you're like, I'm talking to 3 girls right now about this incredible work from home opportunity. I'm so excited that I just joined this business, and it's going to pay off my credit card within 3 months. Whatever it may be, whatever your goals are, you don't have to lie about it. What I'm saying is like, maybe it's 6 months, maybe it's 8 months, whatever your goal is. And you're not lying by saying that you're talking to people about this business, you guys, instead, because you may be thinking to yourself, well, like, I haven't signed anybody. So you can't say I just signed a distributor, or I just signed a teammate, or I just had a new business partner, but instead say you're talking to 3 mamas tonight about how excited they are to join this business with you when they get paid. Something like that. The reason why I say this is because what's so silly to me is that people see that and they're like, oh my gosh, who's she talking to? Like, I'm kind of curious about this. Like, other people are interested in this. Okay, where can I talk to her about this? Like, people will do whatever other people are doing. So if you come in and you start saying, I'm talking to 4 people tonight right now, or I'm talking to 2 people, or whatever, it's going to create that curiosity. Now, also, when you go buy gas, when you go buy groceries, when you go buy, or when you pay off your credit card, whatever you're doing, you better be shouting this business from the rooftops. To this day, when we fill up our truck, I put it on my Instagram story and say, because of my home-based business, I was able to fill our tank. I can't tell you how many times I get people that message me and they're like, I haven't been able to fill my tank ever. I've always put in $15 or $20 or whatever until my next paycheck. And guys, that used to be me. That used to be me. I would literally be like, "Ooh, I've got $5 and change. Can you take that?" Like, I'm not even kidding, to fill my gas tank, because I drove so much back and forth to work, and I would constantly be living paycheck to paycheck and couldn't pay for my gas. So you have no idea how far that goes with other people when they see what this business is doing for you, even if it's small little things. When you go buy groceries, you know what? I started this home-based business, and now I don't have to worry about buying groceries or putting anything back. Maybe you're not there yet. Like I said, maybe you just started tonight, but these are just ideas that I'm giving you that you can be telling a story through your posts, instead of just posting things about products, instead of just posting things about money. Do you know what I mean? And then also with the products, start using them, you guys. When you get your kit, don't wait for your kit to get started. That's the number one thing I want to tell you. Do not wait for your kit to get started messaging or to get started posting. But when you do get your kit and you start trying the products, use them. Start taking pictures of yourself, or, like a before and after, or start talking about, maybe you lost 3 pounds on the coffee or whatever you got, and make sure that you're talking about them, because people are, shoot, it's saying I'm unstable again. People are going to buy you before they ever buy your product. Okay. So they want to know who you are, what this product is doing for you, and they want to watch you. I cut out that last part. What was the last, where did I cut out? Because you know me, I've just been talking like crazy. Where did I cut out, guys? I'll reiterate it for you real quick. Oh, try the products. So when you get your kit, make sure that you're trying your products and either doing it before and after, or weigh yourself, or if it's skincare, do it every single day and just talk about it on your social media, because this is what's going to get the word out that you're using the products. People are going to buy you way before they ever buy products. Okay. So make sure that you're being interesting about, you know, if you're mixing up your collagen drink, then, mix up your collagen drink while you're on your story and say like, love my collagen. I don't miss a day of this. It's helping me with sleep so much, or it's helping me with my skin so much. It actually does help with sleep too, you guys. So you could, whatever it may be, people are going to see that. And now whoever has sleep problems or skin problems is going to come to you. So it's all about like this attraction marketing. I'm going to wrap this up, you guys, because I know my service is so crappy. I feel terrible. I didn't think it was going to be this way. So again, I apologize. If you have any questions at the end, if you didn't hear what I said, I can recap everything. I actually have some notes so I can be sending it to you. What was the last thing I wanted to talk about? Oh, and then when you do sign customers, when you start signing customers and when you get your first 4 loyal customers and you get your shopping spree, which is $100, you want to shout that from the rooftops. I just had a girl get her shopping spree in her first week, and I created a little post for her, which I can send to you guys, for her to shout from the rooftop. So that's what I say. Whenever you sign, still, to this day, when I sign a loyal customer, you better believe I put it on my story, or I say, I just helped so-and-so, you know, I just helped Tina get set up with our fat burning coffee, or whatever it is. I'm always saying that because I cannot tell you enough how many people see that and they're like, well, Tina did it, so maybe I should try it now. Like, it's the silliest thing, you guys, but I promise you, this is how to build your brand. And if, and that's exactly what you're doing. You're building a brand. You're not just, it works. Okay. You're you. You're who you are, and people are going to come to you because they like you, not just because they like It Works. Okay. Or not just because you sell It Works. They want to know what you're selling. Most of the time, people don't even know that I sell It Works because I don't say anything about It Works. I say that I sell health and wellness products and, this opportunity and the work from home position. So, this was the post that I had her do. This created a lot of excitement for her. So it was, less than a week in, and it was like a bunch of emojis. You guys, emojis are good. If you're, hold on, before I tell you this post, if you're messaging your friends and family and you're forgetting punctuation, like a question mark or an exclamation mark or any type of like heart eyes or anything, you're doing yourself a disservice, because you have to create excitement through your text messages. Okay. And you have to be willing to be excited, even if you haven't tried the products, even if you don't know what they are yet. That's why you use my confidence. You use what this business has done for me. There's a reason why you joined me, right? Or there's a reason why you joined your upline, whoever it was. So make sure whatever that reason is, trust them. Trust them and let them guide you, and use their experience and their confidence to help you through this. So, use excitement. Get excited about this, because they can feel your excitement. And if you're just like, hey, you heard of It Works, with no punctuation whatsoever, like no, I see this all the time. So I'm just saying it, like no question mark, no exclamation point, nothing, just heard of It Works. No, they're not even excited about it now. Like, say, have you ever heard of It Works Global? This is an amazing company. I'm so excited. I just started. Can I tell you a little bit more about it? Do you know what I'm saying? Now, if you're massively overwhelmed right now, it's okay. The reason why you are is because all of this stuff that I'm talking about, I had to learn. Okay, I had to learn it on my own. I was not a salesperson. I was not somebody that had any knowledge about these products. You guys, when I hit submit to join, I thought that the only product that we had was the wraps. I had no idea that we had other products, you guys. I'm not even kidding you. I was like, well, and I hadn't even had a kid yet. And I'm like, well, I mean, I know people that could use them. I guess this will work. Like, I had no idea we had 50 other products. So trust me when I say, like, you might not have the personality like that to jump in and dive all in with something. You may need to kind of get your toes wet first, but use my confidence and use your upline's confidence to make sure that you can really take off with this. Because when you get your first 4 loyal customers, now you get a shopping spree. Then you shout it out. Then you're going to go and you're going to get charted for Ruby. And then you're going to go Ruby and you're going to be making an average of $500 a month. And then you're going to go more. And as you keep doing this, when you decide to take quitting completely off the table, your business will immediately start going crazy. No matter if you started today or you started 2 years ago. I'm not even kidding. You have to take quitting off the table. There's no like, well, I'll give it 30 days and if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. It's going to fail because you're already deciding in your mind that you'll only give it 30 days. Take it off the table. Decide that, okay, let me be real with you guys. If it takes you 8 years, 10 years even, to make $30,000 a month, I'm being real with you. Like, that's actually a real number. Would you do it? If it took you 10 years to make $30,000 a month, would you do it? Hell yes, you would. Excuse my French. But heck yes, you would, right? So why in the world would you would you not take quitting off the table if the average ambassador, which ambassadors make $30,000 a month, if the average ambassador makes that and the average ambassador or the average person gets to ambassador within 3 years, wouldn't you give 3 years of your life? Wouldn't you give 10? Wouldn't you give 20? I'm pretty sure my dad would be like, I'll sign up right now if I can make $30,000 a month. He's not going to get that on his retirement. You know what I mean? So make sure that you guys take quitting off the table from the get-go. But I wanted to give you this example of this post. So it said, less than a weekend, and I just hit my first goal and grabbed a $100 shopping spree plus commissions. I'm so excited right now. Notice how I said that? I'm so excited right now. I've been putting this off for so long from fear of failure, fear of the unknown, fear of what others might think. But I'm so excited from where this is already taking me and how much this is going to do for myself and others. I started a business for only $50 a week ago, or a few days ago, and already made it back plus some. If you're interested in making a little extra income, message me or comment below. The same special I joined for is still going on today only, which is today only. So this wouldn't be a post that you guys are going to do tomorrow or the next day. But my point is, I will help you with that post when you get your shopping spree, and I will help you with any post that you guys, sorry, I've got another Zoom in 2 minutes, guys. So I've got to wrap this up. But my point is, just don't take quitting, or take quitting, do take quitting off the table, and know that you have so many resources. The team page is full of resources. You guys can search in the team page. And then also like search for training, search for newbie training, search for all sorts of things in that team page. And then just make sure that you're coming to your enroller. Do not be afraid to just bombard them with screenshots or bombard them with questions. You guys, that is what we are here for. So I hope this was helpful. I'm going to stop the recording